Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. So, today I'm here with a new lecture which is based on a poem, Oft in the Stilly Night by Thomas Moore. This is a kind of song, lyric, and you should keep one thing in your mind. There is this word nostalgia, Nostalgia. It means to think about past, to recall those moments of past. All right? So in this poem, you will get to know that how the poet is recalling all those events and moments from the past. So this is nostalgia. Okay, so let's get started. You can see on the board, I have written on the top the title of this poem, Oft in the Stilly Night. Oft, often. Stilly, this word is used only in poetry. Normally we say still, which means calm, peaceful, quiet. Alright, so this is the title, Oft in the Stilly Night. And this poem is written by Thomas Moore. 1779 to 1852. He was born in Dublin and educated at Trinity College Dublin and the Middle Temple, London. He was a versatile writer, an excellent composer of songs, and a very fine singer. So, as far as this poet Thomas Moore is concerned, he was born in Dublin in 1779. He was a versatile writer, he was a poet, he was a composer of songs, and he was a singer as well. So this was a brief introduction of the poet, Thomas Moore. Let's proceed. Okay. Now what is the central idea of this poem? Let me read it out for you. Everything is mortal. It has to perish one day. When the thing exists no more, there exists only one thing. It's memory. So, memories are always with us. Everything is mortal in this world. Man is mortal. Our dear ones, when they die, they leave us. Or when we recall the events from the past, we can only have those memories. We cannot have those moments back. But what is left behind with us? Memories. So this is the central idea of this poem, Oft in the Stilly Night. So oft in the stilly night, often in the peaceful night, in the calm night, when there is quietness all around, when there is tranquility, serenity, what happens? You recall those moments from the past. So that's why this poem is entitled Oft in the Stilly Night, often in the peaceful night. Okay? All right. Now on this slide, words and meanings. Oft, often. Archaic language, I have already told you in my previous lecture. It means before. Cheerful hearts. Here cheerful hearts means in this poem cheerful people. Alright? And kindly note it down with you that there are three metaphors used in this poem. What is metaphor? When one thing is directly called as another without using like or as. When we use like or as, that is simile. I wandered lonely as a cloud. So that is simile. But when we directly called one thing as another, that is metaphor. For example, I say, life is a tale told by an idiot. Or when I say, he is a lion. So I didn't use like or as. So this is metaphor. Okay? So three metaphors are used in this poem. Number one, banquet hall, which signifies world, this world. Lights of that hall, of course, people. And garland, garland is that flower wreath. It stands for happiness. So when you will come across such lines in which you will study banquet hall, lights, garland, so they are symbolic. They stand for something. These are metaphors used by the poet. So you should know them. Banquet hall, world, lights, people, garland, happiness. Okay? Next. Now open your books in front of you kindly. It's page number 20. Oft in the Stilly Night by Thomas More. Let me read it out for you. Oft in the stilly night, ere slumber's chain has bound me, fond memory brings the light of other days around me. The smiles, the tears of boyhood's years, the words of love then spoken, the eyes that shone now dimmed and gone, the cheerful hearts now broken. Thus in the stilly night, our slumber's chain has bound me. Sad memory brings the light of other days around me. Oft in the stilly night, often in the calm night, in the peaceful night, our slumber's chain has bound me. Before slumber's chain, slumber is deep sleep. So before falling asleep, before this chain which somehow bounds him, the poet, he says that often in the calm night, in the peaceful night, before falling asleep, so he recalls those moments. Before falling asleep in the peaceful night, before the sleep chains him, he recalls all those moments from the past. Fond memory brings the light. Fond memory, cherished memory. Why fond memory? Because he thinks about his parents, his friends. Okay? So, often the stilly night, our slumber's chain has bound me. Fond memory brings the light of other days around me. So, in the peaceful night, before the poet falls asleep, he recalls all the moments from the past, from the days which are no more. The smiles, the tears of boyhood's years, those smiles, those happy and sad days of the past, from his boyhood, those years, he recalls them. The words of love then spoken, the eyes that shone, now dimmed and gone. So, his parents and friends, those eyes who shone with affection and love for him, now they are dimmed. There is no light and they are gone. His parents, his friends, those happy days, those moments, they are gone. And what is left behind? Memories. The cheerful hearts now broken. Cheerful hearts, cheerful people. They are broken. They are nowhere to be seen. He cannot find them. Thus, in the stilly night, our slumber's chain has bound me. Sad memory brings the light of other days around me. So these lines are repeated that again in the peaceful night, before falling asleep, this sad memory brings the light in that darkness, that light of memories of those days from his boyhood days. All right, so he thinks about his parents, his friends, whose eyes shone with affection and love for him, but now those eyes are dimmed because they are dead. He cannot find his parents, his friends, his dear ones. Now, what is left with him? Their memories, memories of past days. Okay, next. When I remember all the friends so linked together, I have seen around me fall like leaves in wintry weather. I feel like one who treads alone some banquet hall deserted, whose lights are fled, whose garlands dead, and all but he departed. Thus, in the stilly night, before slumber's chain has bound me, sad memory brings the light of other days around me. When I remember all the friends so linked together, I have seen around me fall like leaves in wintry weather. Now, he says that his closest friends who were united or linked together with him, just like there is a tree is a world, and leaves of tree, he compares his friends with leaves of a tree. So what happened? All the other leaves They fell from the tree, and just one leaf is left behind. And who is that leaf? The poet himself. So he says that his fellow beings, his friends, just like leaves, they fell from the tree of this world, and only he is left behind, all alone. So again, I will read this line. When I remember all the friends so linked together I have seen around me fall. So they fell from the tree, one by one, just like leaves in wintry weather. I feel like one who treads alone. Now I feel like that one leaf who is left behind on the tree, and now he is waiting for his turn to fall from the tree. Okay? So this is metaphorical language. Who treads alone? Treads, moves, walks. So he is feeling like a lonely leaf which is being carried here and there by winter wind. And now he is waiting for his turn to fall from the tree, because all other leaves, his friends, they fell from the tree of this world. Okay? Next, some banquet hall deserted. Banquet hall, dining hall. Deserted, empty. Nobody is there. Whose lights are fled? Lights, people. Fled, flee. They vanished away. So, banquet hall is this world, and the lights of that hall. Who are the lights of that hall? People are the lights of this world. So, people are gone. Whose garlands dead? Garlands, happiness. Usually, or a dictionary meaning of garland is flower wreath, phoolon ka taj. Okay, but here it stands for, or it signifies happiness. So happiness is dead, because people of that dining hall, that people of that world, they are gone. So there is no happiness, because lights of banquet hall, people of this world, they are gone. They are nowhere to be seen. And all but he departed. Only he is left behind. Thus in the stilly night, our slumber's chain has bound me. Sad memory brings the light of other days around me. So, in this wide world, the poet feels like standing in a deserted banquet hall where he had enjoyed joys and sorrows of life with his friends. And now nobody is there, but only poet is left behind. So, in a calm night, when the poet is lying on his bed, he recalls all those moments which he has spent with his dear friends, with his fellows. So, these memories bring him sadness. He becomes sad when he remembers those with whom he has enjoyed life. And now he knows that those moments and those people, they will never return. Okay? So, this is the poem Oft in the Stilly Night, with a beautiful central idea, nostalgia. You see, thinking about past. So, I hope you enjoyed this poem, and I will share rhyme scheme with you in the WhatsApp group. All right? And if you do not understand anything, don't feel hesitant to ask me. You are always welcome. Thank you, girls.